So this week, a letter went out to lodge masters and secretaries about ways to make money for the lodge and the community. You want to know about it? I'll tell you about it coming up next. Welcome back to the channel, Squarely on the Level. My name is Darren Kellerman, and I'm working in association with the Grand Lodge of Kansas to bring you information, timely news, and such that hopefully you find beneficial. Before we get started, I want you to take 2 seconds out of our time here, and if you like what you've been seeing, or if you're going to like this video, make sure you take your thumb, hold it in upright plumb bob position, hit that like button. While you're there, if you haven't already, just slide on over, hit the subscribe button and notification button as well. Thanks to everyone who's subscribed already. Do appreciate that. We're trying to get over that 100 subscription mark. Make sure you share this video. We do appreciate that as well. Trying to spread the message, get more people involved in what we're doing. If you have any comments about what you'd like to see in an upcoming episode, just leave that down below in the comments. Also, if I mentioned any links or websites in the video, that'll be in the description as well today. The first thing I want to talk about is a letter that all lodge masters and lodge secretaries received this week. And they got a copy last fall as well. Both new officer installations, the Masonic Foundation wanted to send out another copy to make sure everybody's on the same page. And I just got looped into it, and I want to make sure that you have the information that they have as well, because this is important to us all. And it's about the fundraising efforts by the Kansas Masonic Foundation for local lodges. Are you trying to raise funds for your lodge? Well, if you haven't been involved in the car raffle sponsored by the Kansas Masonic Foundation, why haven't you? The Kansas Masonic Foundation has returned almost $500,000 to lodges over the past 3 years. If you've missed out on your portion, shame on you. This is easy money, folks. The foundation provides this beautiful vintage vehicle. They'll provide you banners, posters, and such to help promote your ticket sales. If you can get the car to your location, great, but definitely not required. I'm talking about the raffle car. And in the past, that's been announced right after the annual communication. We started selling tickets, and then the car is given away in the fall. Big change this year, the car will be at annual communication in Wichita, and ticket sales will begin at the annual communications. The car sales, or ticket sales, will go all year long, and the car will be given away next March at the annual communication. That's right, we'll have 12 months to sell tickets. This is a big help. Now, let me refer to the letter here. There is a form that was attached to this letter that the lodge secretary, lodge master, whoever's in charge of your fundraising efforts would have to fill out and return if they want to get the car there. And that's very important to a lot of lodges. They want to have the car physically there. Not necessary. My lodge doesn't do that, and we did just fine without the car. We got a banner, we had some posters and some pictures, and that was great. Not an issue, but if you want a chance of getting the car, you have to fill out the form that was sent out in this email and get it returned by the end of February to the foundation. This talks about the lodge raffle program being announced, and again this year for the overall lodge winners, $5,000, $2,500, and $1,000 to the top selling lodges. But there'll be a special fast start initiative coming out. The lodge that sells the most tickets from March to September 30, $2,500. Now, 200 lodges out there, we've got to bust our hump to make sure Goodland doesn't get that this year. They've won the Top Dog Award the last 3 years, and I'm sure they're going to do it 4 times. But if we can get out of the gate and put it on them from the start, and it's a win-win for everybody. It says car reservations will be done on Thursday, March 14th, starting at 3 p.m. The only way to be a part of that is if you have that form filled out in the box, and they're going to randomly draw out lodge names and go off those dates right there. And of course, as the drawings go down, those dates will have filled up. So if you want an alternate date, you have to have a lodge representative there. Very important. But the big thing is, get that form turned in. If you don't know what I'm talking about, get with your lodge master, your lodge secretary. The deadline for that is February 28th. It has to be received in Topeka, or it says submitted by, but I'm going to say that form needs to be to the foundation before the end of February. So make sure we do that, and let's work at unseating Goodland as a top dog. You know, and that's a challenge to you, Goodland, to see if you can do it 4 times as well. If you're wanting some ideas on how to sell more raffle tickets, watch back a couple episodes. We have Goodland past master Lincoln Wilson giving us some tips and ideas on how to sell more tickets. So I look forward to seeing how lodges do it, and make sure that your lodge gets their form in. As we're preparing for this week's show, tried to talk to the Grand Master, Deputy Grand Master, the Grand Wardens. Seems they're all kind of busy, didn't have time to talk. What are they doing? Well, they're getting ready for the annual communication coming up on the 14th, 15th, and 16th of 2019 down in Wichita. You're saying, Darren, everything we see only says the 15th and 16th. Well, that's right. That's when the actual annual communication starts and ends. But on the 14th, there's a lot of activities going on for those people coming in early. And over the past 3 or 4 years, a lot of people have been coming in early so they can meet and greet their friends, take part in the welcome reception hosted by the Kansas Masonic Foundation that evening. A lot of stuff going on, not actually part of the official annual communication, but a lot of unofficial, official activities going on, if that makes sense. And I know I go down for that. I love it. Some of the social time is almost better than the tiled session itself. Sorry, but that's the reality of it. That's the great part about annual communication, is I get to see some of my friends that I haven't seen since last year from other parts of the state or from out of state that come back just for the annual communication. New host hotel, new venue, whole 9 yards there in Wichita. I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. And this is the big answer for all those people from not up north that have said, if only you'd come down south to the Wichita area, we'd come. So looking forward to a packed house and all the people of southern Kansas showing us the hospitality that I know that they can provide to us. The annual communication is coming up in March. Hopefully you've seen that. We had talked about it in a previous episode, how to get registered and such. If you haven't registered yet, make sure you go to the website, kansasmason.org, click on the event and registration tab, and get registered for that. Lots of stuff going on there, including a lot of bylaw proposals we need to vote on. And in case you wonder why that's important, because when we talk about the Grand Lodge of Kansas, you, Kansas Masons, are the Grand Lodge of Kansas. While the Grand Master and the officers help run the thing, you and I are the actual Grand Lodge. We are the mouthpiece, the voice, and we help control the direction the Grand Lodge takes. So it's very important that we go to the annual communication and vote on those bylaw proposals, have discussions with our fellow Masons about the direction we're taking and the pathway to success for our future. Something you don't think about is those area and district deputies. They do a lot of traveling, do a lot of work for lodges. They are the eyes and ears of the Grand Master when he can't be around. And with 200 lodges in a huge state like ours, Grand Master can't be around. So the district and area deputies do a lot of the legwork and heavy lifting for the Grand Lodge of Kansas. Well, when they get their collar and apron, they're not just imbued with this sense of knowledge and awareness that they never had before. They've actually received some training and orientation prior to that, and that's occurring next weekend. The Deputy Grand Master and his team will be putting on training orientation, giving out toolboxes, as it were, to those incoming district and area deputies, giving them some ideas on things they can do to help integrate with you and your lodge. So looking forward to going down there and meeting those incoming district and area deputies for 2019 and 2020. I'll have some pictures, maybe even do a broadcast from down there, get some comments from the guys that are coming in, getting their thoughts as they get ready to go out and serve the craft as a district or area deputy. So I know there's probably something out there that you're thinking to yourself each week, I wish he'd talk about blank. Well, if you have that blank, leave it in the comments below or send me an email at squarelylevel@kansasmason.org. There's a lot of stuff we can talk about, but I want to talk about what you want to know about. There's something I can help you with, whether it's here or privately, just have to send me a message at squarelylevel@kansasmason.org. Leave it in the comments, we'll work with you. From past episodes, people requested brochures and other information. We even got some grand lectures involved. Somebody wanting to know about how to improve themselves in ritualistic work. So I just contacted the grand lecturers and got that hooked up. Who'd have thought from a little YouTube video thing, somebody sends a message saying, how can I? I get on the phone with the grand lecturers or shoot an email to them, and boom, 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 we're exchanging information just like that. All it took was somebody sending me an email, leaving a comment down below, and that's how it works. If there's something you want to know about, want to talk about, do just that, and we'll see what we can do to cover it. I even had the Grand Master going, do you have a topic for next week? Well, Grand Master, he's going to send me an email, and I'm sure that won't get any higher priority than anybody else's, but you never know. So several things before we go. Number one, thank you for watching again. If you liked what you saw, two things. Just make sure you take that thumb in that plumb bob position, hit the like. share it if you can. I don't care how you share it. Tell people about the show. Get them watching. The more of us there are, the better. If you've subscribed already, I really appreciate that. If you haven't, make sure you hit that subscription and then hit the notification bell as well. What that does, it notifies you automatically every time we upload new content. Until next week, keep things squarely on the level. Grandmaster Talbot, please. Thank you. Deputy Grandmaster Morrow. Yes, I'll hold. Grand Secretary's office, please. Make sure that number's right. If it's not. Tell Craddock I do want those collars. I'll call him back later. Grand Senior Warden Tony Borum, please. Grand Junior Warden Michael Stoops, please. Where are you? Yes, I'm still holding. Are you ignoring me? Yes, I can continue to hold. Tell Craddock the check is in the mail. Hello? I may be late for dinner. I'm still on hold.